I want to get into some stuff that you're doing now. Before we do that, I want to say I would love to have you on again because there are some of these maxims that I think we should go head to head on a little bit because I maybe disagree with them, and I would love to have a little good-natured back and forth with you at some point soon. So we'd love to have you back and do that if you're up for it.
Sounds great. I'm game. And by the way, part of the fun of this book is arguing over which ones you disagree with. There's no one who agrees with all 100,
right,
including myself, by the way.
Right.
So a lot of the fun is like with your buddies saying, "Oh, that one's BS. I don't buy that." So yeah, I'm down. We'll go head to head soon.
And you kind of mentioned that again at the end, where it basically says that you have broken a lot of these. This isn't, it's obviously a book written for fun and for guys to have fun with, which it's perfect for, I think. So, and you admit that, so I don't know how anybody could kind of taken it seriously and gotten...
Although if you remove the L and the R from Jeff's last name, you're left with Wise.
It's true. Exactly, it's true, and he's a smart guy.
No one has ever called me that, though. I have never been accused of being wise, nor ever will. So I'm not with that.
I'm saying it now, damn it.
All right, Jeff. A couple of things that you're working on right now. Theplunge.com.
Yep.
Basically, is that, am I correct in saying that it's pretty much a website for guys to basically learn everything they should know about engagements, weddings, all the kind of stuff related to that?
Yeah, it's funny. There's about 2.2 million guys who get married every year, right? Mm-hmm. And 2.19 million of them have no idea what they're doing. So as far as this engagement, the wedding planning, like we all know, wedding planning sucks, right? We can all kind of agree with that. Whether you have friends who've gotten married, you have friends who are grooms, whatever. It's a huge nightmare. It's this minefield full of weird things that go on and stuff. So we realized a while ago, there's no publication out there that speaks to men in their voice about this weird issue. Whereas women have millions of magazines, of books. Yeah, I call it wedding porn, right? And so they have all that. Guys have nothing. And granted, women do 90% of the wedding planning. Guys still have to do 10%. So the plunge is all about kind of educating guys to understand how to navigate this weird land of wedding planning. It also covers, there's stuff for single guys, there's dating things, relationship advice as well. So it's a more overall site for guys in serious relationships or getting into relationships.
Well, one thing that jumped out at me when I looked at it was the bachelor party ethics, and you sort of give like a rundown of what's acceptable, what's not acceptable, what's sort of the level of cheating that different things are. And I thought that was pretty fascinating, actually. And that was written by you, correct?
Yeah, a lot of the site, I wrote a lot of these articles, and it was really fun to kind of take it's basically the Maxims of Manhood kind of tone and voice brought to this genre of men in relationships. And so The Bachelor, I had a lot of fun with the bachelor party section, kind of talking about what's fine, what's beyond the pale. And so the article you mentioned, we break it down in a continuum, starting from a harmless night out with your buddies playing poker as like a 0.7 to a 9.5 of hooking up with some random girl in a bar, and so it's kind of where in this range are you crossing a line?
Right. Well, Jeff, one of the great injustices that we're facing here on Single Mentality is that we only have a half an hour for the show. So we do have to actually wrap it up here. And we'd like to have you back at some point if you'd like. Like I said, I want to go head to head. I want to talk more about this stuff. For our viewers out there, The Maxims of Manhood is a fun book. If you're a guy or a girl, I think you should pick it up. It's just a great read, and it's a lot of fun. It's a sort of a great conversation piece, something to talk about. Jeff, we thank you for we thank you for being on the show. Jeff's website is jeffwilser.com. The Maxim website is maximsofmanhood.com. Is that correct?
That's right. And one last plug real quick, Phil.
Sure.
The Man Cave book comes out later in April. So we're really excited with that. It'll be in bookstores soon. So it's a collection of photos, essays, rules, do's and don'ts, all but Man Cave. So we're pretty pumped about that.
Excellent. Jeff, thank you so much
Very nice,
for
Jeff.
being on the show.
Thanks,
really
guys. Had a lot of
appreciate
fun.
To our viewers, thanks for watching. Here's one last tip from Jeff's book. We'll see you guys next Tuesday. From Jeff Wilser's book, The Maxims of Manhood, 100 rules every man must live by. Number 63, know how to chug a beer. Nope.